This is severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company, and brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Now, from the Dr. Don Studios, in the Alpha Weather Center, here is Dr. Don.
All right, good evening to you, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don back in here with you. We had to reset all of our internet connections, and I think we've been successful in doing that. And our signal looks much better than it was just a few moments ago. So we are continuing to watch some severe weather across East Alabama. Quite honestly, we thought that would be a little further south this afternoon, and there is severe weather back off to the southwest. But we have a couple of severe thunderstorms across East Alabama at this hour as well. So you can kind of see the direction they're moving there on the screen. I'm going to stop it and zoom in a little closer, and we're going to talk about it. We'll start over here in Talladega County. Just a tremendous amount of lightning output there near Winterboro. This is round number 2 for you. You just finished one. Now here comes another. Also down there in Childersburg along Highway 231, some very heavy rainfall, and most likely some hail taking place down there just to the southeast of Childersburg as well. Oop, there's a bad volume scan. Okay, we got it back. And then up there around Winterboro, don't see a tremendous amount of hail around Winterboro, but there is a lot of thunder and lightning taking place up there. We do show a hail marker, so I think we do have some small hail, maybe pea-sized hail, just north of downtown Winterboro. And then when we move on over into Clay County, we have a couple of thunderstorm cells over here. We have one up there around Campbell Springs. We have a 90% chance of hail there, and a 40% chance that we have 3/4 inch hail, which is dime and penny sized. And then down there just to the east of Ashland, along Highway 9 between Ashland and Lineville, we have another thunderstorm cell, 80% chance of hail there. Again, there's a 30% chance that we may have some dime and penny-sized hail in that particular thunderstorm cell. So we have that severe thunderstorm warning for Clay. That will expire at 7:30. So we have about 40 minutes left on that severe thunderstorm warning. And they're probably going to keep that thing up for this stuff coming out of Talladega, if I had to guess. So I would anticipate this warning for Clay to probably last a while. They may cancel it and reissue it because this second one down here may move a little further to the south as it moves across Clay. Randolph, you look fine right now. You're beginning to see some sprinkles in Wadley out there at Southern Union. We're going to watch this together and kind of see if they include Randolph in this severe thunderstorm warning. There is a chance that they will. If they're going to, I would anticipate that warning to come out at pretty much any moment. Let me go to the chat room and see if we've got any discussion going on about this warning. And I don't see any discussion. We do have a report, a local report from Clay County reporting hail. Let's see. About 3/4 inch hail was reported in Ashland when this storm came through just a few moments ago. So again, if they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Randolph, that should happen here at any moment. So we're going to watch this together. Let me look at the chat room while we're waiting to see what they're going to do there. Hey, Cindy in Roanoke, any severe problems for Auburn and Opelika tonight? Don't know, quite honestly. I'm just going to be straight with you. We don't know if we're going to see severe weather down there. All of this stuff was supposed to be a little further off to the south and west this afternoon, so we're still trying to wrap wrap our brains around what's going to happen here. I think as we lose the heat of the day, these storms are going to start fading away. At the moment, I don't see anything threatening at all for Lee County. The threat that's out there, the threat that's out there right now is for Talladega, Clay, and potentially Randolph. We'll see if they extend this warning on over into Randolph County here in just a few moments. All right, so I got a question from someone who is in a vehicle in Lineville that's there for a tournament, and currently they're in their cars for a weather delay. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning if you're in Clay County. Let me zoom. Oh, wow, that was too close. Let me zoom in and go back up to Lineville. And yes, if you're in your automobiles in Lineville, you're relatively safe because there's no tornado threat here. But there is there is a lightning threat and there is a hail threat just to the southwest of downtown Lineville. There's a 90% chance that we have hail, and there is, at the moment, a 20% chance that we have anything severe. I think probably what we're seeing here is going to be, dime and penny-sized hail in Lineville and just south of Lineville. But if you're in Lineville, if you look back off to your west, you see there are multiple rounds of rain and thunder. I'm talking about heavy rain, too. So you might be in your car for a minute, and it would not at all surprise me if they call any tournaments that are being played there in Lineville, because this may take at least an hour, maybe 2 hours to clear all this stuff out of here. So this is not going to be a quick shower there in Lineville, Alabama. Roanoke's good right now. We're waiting to see if they're going to extend this warning into Randolph County. Weather Service making that decision now, and hopefully we'll hear something from them here in just a few minutes on what they're going to do. I got to tell you, they're paying a lot of attention to a storm over in West Alabama, just south of Tuscaloosa. Good Lord, where did Tuscaloosa go? We can't even say. Oh, there it is. Right there. As a matter of fact, we've got some circulation in this storm, and they're talking about, let's see here. Let me read something right quick. They're talking about a funnel cloud when this storm came through the Columbus Air Force Base. Storm going through Tuscaloosa and Green, cross over I-20. Baseball-sized hail with this storm. Folks, that'll take your windshield out. Baseball-sized hail. Now, this is way over south of Tuscaloosa. That storm's not going to affect East Alabama or West Georgia. But that's some pretty considerable stuff right there. Let's see here. Yeah, they're saying the rotation in that storm over by Tuscaloosa is elevated, so they're not going to pull a trigger on a warning or a tornado situation over there. Severe thunderstorm warning, yes. So again, the main reason we're here, we've got two of our counties under severe thunderstorm warnings at this hour, and that's going to be over there in Talladega and Clay. We are waiting to see what they are going to do with Randolph. Childersburg, you've got a storm on top of you right now, or it's just, it's still raining in Childersburg. But the hail that might be, Childersburg's not part of the warning. And any hail that may be in the Childersburg area will be off to the south and a little bit southeast of downtown Childersburg. Things should start clearing up for you there in Childersburg here pretty quick. And then behind it, you've got some light and maybe occasional moderate showers. But Childersburg should be out of the, be in the process of being cleared out of the severe possibilities. No, Opie, no rotation. I mean, yes, there's rotation, or it wouldn't be a thunderstorm, but there's no tornadic type rotation in any of these storms in East Alabama at the moment. We do have a really nasty storm over in West Alabama that it seems to be producing either scud clouds or funnel clouds, but the elevation is, the rotation is elevated, so the Weather Service not issuing warnings on those storms over in West Alabama. But in the East Alabama stuff, no tornadic rotation in these storms, no. Thank you, Ace, at Eagle Creek. Nice to have you in here tonight. Folks, don't forget, if you're on Facebook, you need to click on that link that's restream.io. Click on that link that says chat.restream.io/Facebook. That gives our streaming platform permission to show us who you are on Facebook. If you don't do that, all it says is Facebook user, so I don't know who you are. Now, if you don't want me to know who you are, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to click on that link. But that link it populates ever so often here in the chat room, and when you see it, you can scroll back up and find it. It's the restream.io chat post, and the link is chat.restream.io/Facebook. Click that and give Restream permission to show us your Facebook username so we know who we're talking to. I've noticed a lot of you in here tonight that hasn't done that, so I don't know who you are. You're welcome, Cindy. Now, if you're on YouTube, you do not have to do that. If you're watching us on YouTube, that's not necessary, but if you're on Facebook, you need to click that Restream link and give it permission to show us who you are. Hey, Linda, good evening. Thank you for watching us from Roanoke. Hey, Mike, good to see you tonight. Hey, Josh, is it going to hit Roanoke? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's going to rain in Roanoke. Will you get a severe thunderstorm warning? I don't know. We're waiting right now to see what the Weather Service is going to do. Every moment that passes and they don't extend the warning into Randolph, that's a good sign that these storms may be weakening a little bit. Hey, Diane, good to see you tonight. All you got to do is scroll back up in the chat room. The link's posted multiple times. Just keep on scrolling up, and you'll see a link that's got chat.restream.io/Facebook. And it'll post again here in just a few minutes. That's set to post automatically. Good evening, Roxanne. There's Maggie from Ranburn. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. Brandon Johnson's watching us from the ball fields in Lineville, currently in delay for the district baseball tournament. And Brandon, I'm afraid you're probably going to be in delay for a while. I'm not even sure you guys get to play the rest of the games tonight. And the reason being, these are slow-moving storms. And if you'll look back to your west, looking at your phone, that would be to your left. Those are storms that are yet to move through Lineville. The storm that's just to the right of Lineville, looking at your phone, is what you just experienced. And then to the left of Lineville, back over toward Chambers Springs, and then back in Talladega County over there around Winterboro, and back down around Childersburg. All that's coming your way. And so, they're moving at only about 20 to 25 miles per hour. So it's going to take a minute for all this to get through here. We're probably talking at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half before things improve in the Lineville area. So, you'd be rocking on 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock before you guys could start back playing tonight. And the field is going to be just absolutely soaked. So I'm not real optimistic about your chances of being able to continue to play tonight. Hey, Donna Pitts. Yeah, getting pretty stormy over there in Shelby County. I concur. Potash Ridge. Hey, Leanne. Light shower with thunder in Cragford. Hey, Sherry Smith. But Sherry, if you'll look out your window back up toward Lineville, you'll see it's awfully dark up there, and all of that is slowly sinking in your direction. As a matter of fact, that last volume scan's got it right on top of you, right there. Yeah. Hey, so that last volume scan, though, it looks like we're beginning to get a push on some of this stuff. Let me run that loop again. Okay. All right, so Lineville, I'm going to retract what I just told you. We have now lost that severe thunderstorm warning for Talladega, too, by the way. This stuff's taking on more of a southeastern motion now, so you've got one storm that's about to move through Lineville, and the worst of it's going to move across the north side of Lineville. Then, let me run that loop again. Zoom out and see what's upstream. Yeah, you might be able to play here in about 30 or 45 minutes. We get that because we're looking at more of a southeastern motion now than east. That may have been a little bit of a data issue again. We've been experiencing that all afternoon. But there you go. That's what we're looking at. As soon as this big blob right there northeast of Lineville moves on to the southeast, there's nothing upstream of you, Lineville. So I take back what I said. You may get to play here in about 30, maybe 45 minutes or so. And so with that new motion that we're seeing on radar, you folks down here on the south end of Lake Wedowee down to around the Allman-Malone area, and maybe even as far south as the Corinth community, that's where this particular thunderstorm is headed. It doesn't appear to be severe at the moment. We do have a near 100% chance of hail, but only about a 10% chance that it's larger than 1 inch. Right now it's about half-inch size, which is marble to mothball-sized hail, and that's not severe. So that's why they're not issuing a severe thunderstorm warning for Randolph County. By definition, the hail is not severe in this part of the storm that's now moving into Randolph County. Then we go up here to the Barfield storm. I want to get a gauge on that. Yeah, see, so that's only giving us a 30% chance of severe hail up there at Barfield. That's about to move into Randolph. And then all of this stuff back over north of Sylacauga won't make it to Randolph. It's going to slide into southern Clay and down into northern Coosa and northern Tallapoosa. So after reassessing with the latest volume scan, right now, unless we ramp back up, I don't anticipate a severe thunderstorm warning for Randolph County. As a matter of fact, we're getting a special weather statement now, and this is likely going to replace the severe thunderstorm warning. We're getting a special weather statement. This is going to be for Clay, Tallapoosa, and Talladega counties of east central Alabama. And that's going to be for this part of the storm back here on the flank, on the back side. It is moving to the southeast. So now we have a special weather statement. A strong thunderstorm will impact portions of south central Talladega, northwestern Tallapoosa, northeastern Coosa, and southern Clay counties through 8 p.m. At 7:04, Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Sycamore or near Sylacauga, moving to the southeast at 25 miles per hour. Winds in excess of 40 miles per hour and penny-sized hail are the main threats with this storm. So we're talking about this area it is moving in this direction. And let me redo that. Talking about this area, and it's moving in this direction. So this part of Clay on down into Chambers, I mean, maybe up here around Wadley, and all points down south of that line will experience the effects of that storm. When Dow is in the house, hey Jack. Dime-sized hail about 2 miles north of Lineville. Thank you, Sandra. And that's going to be right here. And it's actually going to be a little bit northeast of Lineville. But that's that cell that's just southeast of Barfield, or northeast of Lineville. And that's probably headed toward Mad Indian Creek or Fuller's Crossroads over there in Randolph County. That should stay north of 48. Maybe the Swag community will see some of that hail, which is being described with ground truth reports as being dime-sized. Heavy rain in Lineville, that's correct. But Lineville, that should be moving out here in just a few minutes. So, about a statement that covers multiple counties here. It's going to be southern Clay, northern Coosa, and northern Tallapoosa County. And this severe thunderstorm warning is probably going to expire here in just a few moments. I believe the Weather Service is having data issues again because I received the alert in one area, but it's not showing that, which is normally where it hits first. So I think they must be having some data issues this evening, which here lately is nothing unusual. Actually, for the last year, that's the way it's been. But nonetheless, we really don't have anything with any great threat to it at this hour across East Alabama or West Georgia. I mean, there's Randolph. For the most part, nothing going on except over there on the southern end of Lake Wedowee down to about the Almond-Malone area. We have a small thunderstorm there. Nothing at all happening over in West Georgia. Chambers, and I think this is the trough that picked this stuff up and started pushing it to the southeast, and it's draped across extreme northeastern Tallapoosa, down across central Chambers, down into northwest Harris County. And so we have a little shower activity taking place along that trough, but nothing of any great significance. And then in Tallapoosa County, we got a small cell trying to get its act together there just east of Goodwater. And then we have the heavier convection up here in extreme southeastern Talladega and southwestern Clay that will continue moving to the southeast. Going to be a close call for Alexander City. Goodwater should get in on the action. I think New Site certainly will. Eagle Creek's got some more rain coming. This will eventually make it down into Chambers. So heads up Milltown, Markhuth, Lafayette, probably even Lynette, West Point Valley. You're all going to see this stuff that's coming out of Talladega and Clay. It's making a V-line right straight to the southeast in your general direction. But again, right now it's not severe, and what it has working against it is the fact that we're quickly losing the sun and the heat of the day. So while these storms may rumble on for another 2 or 3 hours as they move southeast, we just don't think they're going to have enough energy to be we could have a rogue severe thunderstorm warning or two, but we're not looking at anything organized here. I don't think for the duration of the evening. zoom out to give you a look. Let's tell you what to do. We're going to take that off, and we're going to go to the composite so you can see the entire southeastern United States. And I'll show you what's going on all over the place. With the exception of those storms over here in East Alabama, that one really, everything else is over in West Alabama. We got some big ones over there too. Just south of Tuscaloosa, we've got, at one time, we had some baseball-sized hail over there. Actually, the radar is still depicting that. Let me check something right quick. Yeah, so 2.2 and 3/4 inch hail right there is baseball-sized hail, and we've got 70-mile-per-hour winds. So that's what's happening right there near Moundville. Over in West Alabama, right there along I-20. That is significant. That will destroy automobiles and roofs as it moves through. So a severe thunderstorm warning continues over there for that particular storm. And then north of Gainesville, Alabama, we have another one that likely is producing golf ball-sized hail over there in West Alabama, just north of Gainesville. And then as we continue on down into southwest Alabama, this is near Livingston. We have another strong thunderstorm. And then as we get down closer to the Mobile area, near Pine Hill, we have a heavy thunderstorm. Near Thomasville, Grove Hill, Monroeville looks good at the moment, but you're probably going to get some of this stuff up there to your northwest as it's moving east, southeast as well. And we have a severe thunderstorm watch, which covers southwest Alabama, basically from Andalusia to just west of Clanton to just west of Birmingham, to the west back into Mississippi. Don't think we'll see a severe thunderstorm watch across East Alabama. Again, we expect these storms to fade as we lose the heating of the day. And we, again, right now, believe that the only active weather advisory we have out there, even though we're still showing that severe thunderstorm warning, we believe that severe thunderstorm warning was canceled. And we currently have a special weather statement for this cell that's back just north of Sylacauga. And that special weather statement is going to be for southwestern Clay, northeastern Coosa, and northern Tallapoosa as this storm is now moving to the southeast. I believe we've got some bad data points there on the screen. That severe thunderstorm warning should have been canceled because there's no severe weather there now. Both of those storms coming out of Clay County into Randolph County have significantly weakened. We don't even have any lightning output much. Maybe there's one brand new strike just north of Malone that just happened. A majority of the thunder and lightning is over here by Sylacauga and down around the Goodwater regions of extreme northwest Tallapoosa County. Pea-sized hail in Hackneyville. Yeah, Herbert, I think you will. Originally, I did not. Originally, when you guys, when somebody was commenting that they were at a tournament in Lineville, and at that time it looked like it was going to be maybe a couple of hours before it cleared up. But let me go back to the next rad, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Take a second. There we go. As a matter of fact, it's clearing up in Lineville right now. 20 minutes ago, all of these storms were moving due east, so it looked like all this stuff over in Talladega County was going to come right over Lineville. Then something happened, and I'm guessing it was a trough came through and picked this stuff up and started pushing it to the southeast. It might have been Mr. Herbert doing a non-rain dance over there in Lineville. Might have been what it was. So now all the precipitation's moving southeast, so it's actually clearing up in Lineville. And then there's Lineville right there. The rain is slipping to the south of Lineville, and then if you look upstream, there's really not that much going on. There is a storm up there around Center Point, right there along I-20 that's just developed. Let's see if we can get a motion. I think that stuff up there around Center Point would probably be more in line with Cheaha Mountain Delta, maybe. I don't think it makes it that far south to Lineville. So at the moment, Mr. Herbert, I think you guys will at least get to start back. We'll have to see what's going on with this stuff up there around Warrior and Gardendale. You might be able to get your games in before that makes it down here, if it does at all, because like I said, folks, as we lose the heating of the day, these storms will start fading away. Yes, Mike, they're moving southeast. You're welcome, Herbert. Good to see you, my friend. Okay. So finally, the special weather statement is showing up on radar, and there it is. That severe thunderstorm warning box should go away. It's just not there. But there's the special weather statement. My OCD's kicking in here. That's not valid. It shouldn't be there. But the special weather statement does now appear on radar, and that's the area. And really, the backside of that could be shaved off. So it's going to be really from Sylacauga to the southeast within this polygon, this blue dashed line polygon, is where the special weather statement is for now. And again, that's going to be for less than severe hail. Dangerous lightning, very heavy rainfall. I mean, it's raining pretty heavy down there in southwest Clay. But that is moving to the southeast, so you folks up there at Lineville don't have to worry about that. And then we're looking at that trough or whatever that is that stretches, and it's been there now for a while. It seems to be slowly intensifying as far as the rain rate is concerned. There's nothing severe within that area at all, and we're talking about basically from Casita to Lafayette back up to around Newsite. You folks up there in Randolph hearing an occasional clap of thunder, not a lot of lightning in that storm, but it stretches from just north of Highway 48 up there around Ophelia, across Lake Wedowee, and then down to a point just west of Roxton. 80% chance that we have some hail in that storm, but it's small hail, and it's going to be a very small area. And it would be between Highway 431 and Malone. That little purple dot right there is most likely where the hail would be. Maybe within this area, we could be seeing some small hail there in Randolph County. I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and continue to watch this for you. I'm going to leave the feed up while take this break, and I'm going to go back out and bring it back in right there to kind of give you an overall look of the entire area. We'll put that in motion for you, and I will return very shortly here on Dr. Don's Weather.
You're watching severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company. Brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Dr. Don is currently on break and will return shortly. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and consider supporting us by clicking on the donate button at drdonwx.com. That's drdonwx.com. You're watching severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company. Brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Dr. Don is currently on break and will return shortly. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and consider supporting us by clicking on the donate button at drdonwx.com. That's drdonwx.com. You're watching severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company. Brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Dr. Don is currently on break and will return shortly. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and consider supporting us by clicking on the donate button at drdonwx.com. That's drdonwx.com. You're watching severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company. Brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Dr. Don is currently on break and will return shortly. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and consider supporting us by clicking on the donate button at drdonwx.com. That's drdonwx.com. You're watching severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company. Brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Dr. Don is currently on break and will return shortly. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and consider supporting us by clicking on the donate button at drdonwx.com. That's drdonwx.com.
All right, I got to teach that guy how to say button, how we say button in the South. It's not button. I'll work on that. All right, so we took a quick break. Yeah, looked at a couple of things. And I think weather conditions, at least for the moment, will be improving in East Alabama. And I don't think you're going to see a whole lot in West Georgia. Let me stop the radar right there. And you can see the severe thunderstorm warning for Clay has indeed finally disappeared from the screen. And so all we have right now is a special weather statement for this stuff down right there where Talladega, Clay, and Coosa and Tallapoosa all come together. Question for Cragford. I know they got Vacation Bible School going on there. You're good. There's a little light rain maybe still hanging out in the area. But you're okay now, and I think you're going to be all right. Once the rain stops, I think you'll be okay. There we go. And that'll stop here in just a few minutes. I mean, the back edge of the rain's over at Shiloh, so that's just through the holler and across the pasture from Cragford. So you'll be okay over there in just a few minutes. And there's really nothing upstream from you, Cragford, to be concerned about. Rain's already stopped in Lineville, so everybody should be out of their vehicles there at the tournament that's taking place in Lineville. And really, there's nothing back up to the north to be concerned about for the Cragford area or the Lineville or Ashland area. We've got one heavy cell up there right along I-20 near Center Point, and it's moving to the southeast, but I don't think it gets much further south than Delta, if it makes it that far, and that's a big if. The only real significant weather out there right now, and it's not severe, but a tremendous amount of lightning and probably some hail within this storm, probably pea-sized hail, down in southwest Clay, about to clip extreme northeastern Coosa, and then it'll move on down into northwestern Tallapoosa. And we're probably looking at dime to nickel-sized hail there already just to the west of New Site. That's headed for the Budston area, and eventually we'll make it down into the Lafayette area if it holds together. Up there in Randolph County, we have two distinct cells that are taking place. They're very small. They're non-significant at the moment. You got one little bitty small area, very heavy rain right there along Highway 48, about to move toward Wedowee. You'll probably catch the north end of that Wedowee. It's probably going to cross 431 there about Needham's Hill. And then we have another area of heavy rain just north of Friendship that'll cross over 431 near Crystal Lake. Roanoke, you may pick up a little light to moderate rain, but again, at the moment, this stuff in Randolph County does not look significant at all. And then there's the whole picture of the eastern side of Alabama. Nothing really happening at all over in Georgia at the moment. Just some light rain down in Chambers County. That probably will intensify a little bit more as all this stuff moves in from the northwest and continues to move across northern Tallapoosa and then eventually over into central Chambers County in the next hour or so. And then we take you all the way out to see the entire state. We do have that severe thunderstorm watch continuing over in west and southwest Alabama. We do have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings over there in west Alabama. One very significant thunderstorm to the north and now to the northeast of Demopolis. We've got baseball-sized hail over there. Just glancing, it looks like we have 3 different severe thunderstorm warnings for that part of the state. And then down around just north of Monroeville, from Monroeville up to Thomasville, we have a nasty thunderstorm there that's prompted a couple of different severe thunderstorm warnings as well. So any ongoing severe weather tonight, we believe, will be in West Alabama and down into Southwest Alabama. Just don't anticipate that much more over in East Alabama. But you know what? We're going to be watching it for you here on Dr. Don's Weather. It's a Friday night. We don't have anything major going on up here in northeast Georgia, so probably shouldn't have said that. We're going to continue to watch this for you throughout the remainder of the evening. And if things were to change or re-intensify, which I don't expect, then we'll come right back and we'll continue with coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. Some of you, I know there's been some glitches tonight. We've had, it's an internet issue. It has nothing to do with your phone. A couple of questions in there. What's up with the audio? It's not reverberating, it's cutting out. And so if you're hearing reverberating audio, then there is something wrong on your side. But if it's just cutting out or breaking up every now and then, that's the internet. We've been having some low bandwidth internet issues this afternoon, though on this side it looks good. At least for the moment anyway. So we're going to step aside and watch this for you, and if conditions were to change and we were to see some severe weather possibilities across East Alabama, we'll come right back and we'll continue with our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. Thanks for joining us this evening, and if you can help support us, we certainly would appreciate it. There's a link that's scrolling there in the chat room where you can click on it and support us here at Dr. Don's Weather. You can send us Facebook stars. We'd really love to get those as well, and we appreciate anything you can do to help us out.
This has been severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Coverage has been powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, and East Alabama Bee Company, and brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Weight Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. We will continue to monitor weather conditions across the area and return with the latest information as conditions warrant. This is Dr. Don's Weather.